Good morning, everybody. Mike Brailsford with Brailsford Works. Thank you for joining me back on my channel. I appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of you are like me, where you don't throw your wood away easily. And, my cutoffs, I really have to do some serious soul searching before I finally throw it in a burn bin. But recently I was given some walnut. This is back over the summer, and I cut my bowl blanks, and all the cutoffs I had kept, and I thought, I could probably make some Christmas ornaments out of these later on, and they've been kicking around. Well, I got them, and I've cut them into somewhat of a cube, though some of them have these cutoff areas. And I looked at that, and I'm like, well, I have to minimize the size. But then I got to thinking, what if I just flattened off the cutoff area and stuck something to it? So I just took any old piece of wood I had, and I flattened them off, and I glued it on. And then I turned one, and I was really pleased with the results. This isn't finished yet. I still have to do the finial, and I gotta do the final sanding and all that. But it gives some really interesting couple more. This one here. And I got this one. I just took some spalted wood, and wherever there was a flat spot, I just added a little piece. I really like this one, actually. But that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do more of those because I'm T-minus 3 days and counting before set up for my next big show. So I'm trying to knock out some last few items, and I'm working on Christmas ornaments today, and tomorrow it'll be tops, and that'll be it for the show. So let's get going. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to sand this flat, and I'm going to find what I have that I could just glue on there. Here we go. There we go, got my flat spot. Now let's see what I can find to put on this. So on this, I'm honestly trying to find any kind of random old pieces that I have, stick them on there, and see what I come up with. And I'm just using some CA glue, putting it on, and just sticking it. Use some accelerator. That way I don't have to wait a lot of time on it. This bottle had a hole in it, and I'm trying to use it up. It's very awkward. And I'll trim off the outlying pieces on the bandsaw before I try putting it together. Before I put it on the lathe, I should say. So I got this crazy concoction. I'm gonna put that aside, let it set up some. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming at. I've got a couple other that I've already glued up. I got that one. This one's more straightforward. It's just a piece of walnut and a piece of maple put together. And there's just a piece of willow oak stuck on some walnut. So yeah. And I've got these are cutoffs from my pepper mills. I got a piece of birch, piece of walnut, and a little piece of pecan at the top. I think I might just try to make some kind of tapered ornament out of that. And I still got a lot left here that I can attach stuff to. So I'm going to continue working, finding stuff to attach, and I'll be back. Alright, so I've got my motley load of scraps glued up to give it a shot. And this is what I've cut off, and even I won't keep this. This will definitely be burned. I've got some stuff here that I can trim into finials, and the rest is going to turn into ornaments. So let's go move over to the lathe. Okay, I've got my first potential ornament set up on my lathe. And I am going to shape it now, first into a cylinder, and then I will make it into a sphere. Alright, so I've got this first one turned on the outside. I think I'm going to put some sanding sealer on it and then get it ready for the next step. Let's get this ready for the next step. Be to hollow it. But I'm going to get all of them turned. And this is one of the things you learn for doing production work is you do everything a full step and then move to the next step. Alright, so that is now got sanding sealer on it. And let that set up. When I do the finish, when I want to put the final finish on it, it's going to be gloss lacquer. And I'll have them hung, and I'll be able to hit them from the where they're hanging. But this gets them just in a good condition so that I can move on to the next step. Alright, so this next one is a good example of how you don't need to be a slave to the spherical shape. This could be more tubular shaped, and I think that's what I'm going to try to do because of the wood that I have in here. Got the walnut, I got some spalted white oak, I got some padauk, and some maple. I think that looks good. Now to sand it down. and then put some
as well as taking the waters and counting his prize money from the battle. The remark had Jean-Pierre's thinking about that sea fight, for Emily's husband had been a participant. The success against the French had brought great rewards to the captains who sailed under Howe, and it had been...
Alright, got another one in here. This is the one that's half maple, half walnut. Alright, so I'm going to glue this up and I'll be right back. Alright, it's time to spray some lacquer on them.